Okay, now we're going to look at some assorted molds I made out of Bondo automotive filler to make some open wheel cars. You can see on a couple of these that I've added either brass to the front wings or plastic. Sometimes it's a lot easier to make the roll bars or make the top smooth sections out of plastic and glue it on there because it makes for a lot smoother surfaces. You get there a lot quicker than trying to sand them. You can also see on this nose here and also the engine cover how I've put some white styrene plastic, super glued it to the Bondo, and then what happens is that you can sand it or leave it unsanded. This makes a much sharper line for forming when you leave it unsanded, as opposed to this one I kind of blend it in, which gives that Ferrari little hump, raised hump that you can't really see it from here. If we bring it to a contrasting background, you can barely see the hump that's on the, I believe that was the 2001 Ferrari F1 car. You can see the difference between these molds and this one here. This one I've actually burnished down with some fine sanding blocks and gets that real smooth look, and you can see the Bondo turn more its natural color, the filler, and also you can see different cutouts I've used, and again the vent holes that I've drilled, so once the plastic comes down and forms around it, it sucks it down into those crevices or those areas to create a nice clean vacuform body. Also you can see how I've auged out the inside, drilled them out, or use a Dremel to clear those out. It creates kind of a suction chamber inside, so when you drill these holes up on top, you can see some holes drilled in over here. Again, it really makes the plastic draw down pretty good. This one here is a Penske for the 94 Penske. That is one of the bodies in question that somebody asked me about, and again very simply auged out on the inside. And if you hold it, you can see towards where the nose and the side pods come in, you can see the reflection of the white paper through one of the drilled vent holes, which obviously as it sits down on a vacuform box and the plastic hits down on top, it sucks it right around that mold. On all my open wheel cars I make it for the body and the nose only. Then I make the rear wings separate on the chassis for the HO cars. In relationship, I'll put a 9-volt battery in there, kind of get an idea of what the size reference is, so that you can see how big these molds are. So hopefully that helps out and gives you an idea of what this looks like.